Something that I always think this is such a cool thing. You're getting this 3-piece air plant collection with the log for $23.98. Your 3 easy payments here, $7.99. It's M132178. And if you've gone, what is this air plant? I've been seeing these. I kind of think they're cool. What are they? Can I have them in my home? You can. You really, really can. Especially when they're from Roberta's. That's the nice thing about it. So let's talk about these 3 pieces that you're getting in this. And they're different varieties. And you get this little log.
That is true. You know, we went all over the world for the best air plant varieties. Now, what is an air plant?
What is it?
First of all, it is a living plant that does not require soil. That is so interesting. We always think everything needs some potting mix.
Right.
This could grow on your table just like this. The way that it does it is it takes moisture from the air and a little help from you, because we're going to be misting or taking in a water bath once a week. So then they'll get that moisture there. They don't need anything else. And that is what is so cool about these. So the fun fact about this is that you're getting 3 very different varieties.
Yes.
And they all flower, by the way. This is the first variety, okay? And they don't have specific names, but they are specific species of air plant. So here's the second one. This one looks a lot more like little spiky head here versus this one with longer, more slender legs. And then here we've got this one with a lot more spines. They're not going to poke your fingers though. And I love that. So you're getting all 3 varieties here. And as they grow, they get bigger and better. You know, one of your 3 over time can grow to be this size, which is really huge.
Wow.
Very special. They do produce a little bit of aerial roots, which, you know, again, you don't have to put these in soil. So in nature, these would somehow or other make it into like the nooks and crannies in trees, and then they'll grow there, and they just live off the moisture in the air. Now in their native habitat, it's very humid there. There's a lot of moisture in the air. Our home is not as humid.
Right.
So we like to give these a little bit of moisture, either by spritzing them with a little bit of water once a week, or just put them in a bowl of water for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then pop them out. But you can see all the fun, unique things you can do. You can decorate them with.
Like people have them in that little pot with the little rocks, but there's nothing in there. It's just decorative. You just still spritz it. Okay, so what do these take, sun or anything like that?
They just indirect sunlight.
Okay.
And you know, you are getting the log with
cute little log is adorable.
which is super fun. So, you know, the fun about these is they're unique. They look super exotic. You've probably never seen them before, but this is the log that you're getting. And so this log, it's made.
It's great.
It's not wood, so it's not going to rot if it gets wet, but it does have that real traditional wood look. But then you're also
and I noticed it has a little drain hole in the inside
too. It has
a
drain hole.
Which is nice.
So here's all 3 of yours. You could do them like that if you like. You know, there's unlimited possibilities here. You know, we've got some planted in little pieces of actual wood here that just looks kind of cute. You can hang them. Some people like to hang them. But the fun thing about these is that they're unique. They look like they're from the jungle because they are.
People have been loving them. We have not a lot left. 3/4 of our quantity of these already gone. So we don't have a ton of these left. They've been popular. I mean, just this month alone, I think we've sold over 2,400 of them. So people love these little air plants because you can really do so much with them when decorating. It's a really fun way to decorate. Like, look at that. It's just sitting on top of a little container right there on your desk, right? But you do get this little wood log, which is a great way to display them as well. Have fun with these where you want to put them. You don't have to worry about spritzing them, like you said. What do you say, like once a week?
Once a week.
That's it, just once a week, a little bit of spritz, but nothing too crazy. And
indirect
these are
light.
Be great. Indirect light.
Yeah, so these, when they're growing in the wild, they are in, like, imagine, you know, you got the trunk of a tree and then all the limbs come. And those little nooks and crannies don't get a ton of sunlight.
They don't.
It's just a little bit of dappled filtered light. So that's what we're going to give them. And what's cool about these is that, you know, you can put them in the log that you're getting. You can put them right on your windowsill. You can, I mean, literally anywhere, because you don't have dirt. There's no mess. I love this next look. It looks like little anemones or something in the sky,
Look at that.
in your house. How special is that? But that's what's so fun about these. You know, people love them because they're hard to find. You won't find these at the big box store.
You don't.
We found what we believe to be the most unique and beautiful varieties out there. And again, they all flower. So they flower intermittently. The flowers are pink and purple. Just throughout the year, they just kind of do it. You know, there's no like set season that they're gonna flower. But you know, we do have this one here on set that is in flower right now, and you can see that.
Look at that.
The pink and the purple. Really special looking.
On. That's cool. $23.98. You're getting 3 of these. It's $7.99 a plant, right?
And the log.
And the log, right? It's basically like, okay, you get the plants, which is great, and they've thrown in that log as like a little thank you gift. So you have a little place to display them. So you don't have to worry about, well, where am I going to put these? Nope. They've taken care of all of that. Put them right on there in that log. But if you do have someplace like a little container or something that you like, you can lay it there. They don't require dirt. That's the beautiful thing. They don't. So they can just literally be laying on a tray, or maybe, you know, maybe you have a cute little tray or something that you want to lay them on. Go for it. That's what I love about it. It's kind of endless on how you can use these in your home.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes I forget to water them that week. They're not gonna croak on you. They actually can handle a lot of abuse. I will say that. Sometimes I only remember to water them twice in a month. They're still happy, they're still fine. But as you keep them alive, you know, you get results, because these guys are hefty compared to what you started with. And that's so fun. And they keep like getting bigger and better. That's right.
This is how they'll start. And look at what you can get as long as you keep just giving it a little spritz, you know, a few times a month, once a week. Beautiful. And they don't require dirt. I know I keep saying that, but they don't require dirt. So now you don't have to go out or order any dirt from Roberta's or order any dirt, you know, from wherever you get your soil from. They don't require any of that potty mix. Really nice. All right, now we are going to talk about lavender, one of my favorite things ever. I love the smell of lavender.